housekeeping, Scott, injuries, suspensions, departures, withdrawals, anything to tell us?
No, we feel like we've played a test match, but we've come through in reasonable health. So we've got pretty much a full squad to pick from. We've got girls continuing to, they're on the threshold of coming back in the fitness as well over the next couple of weeks. Maeve Dealey, Maeve Parsons will be starting to sort of come back online. So we're in pretty good health actually.
Okay, so Maeve and probably.
Yeah, be more towards the back end of the Six Nations, but they come online, start training with us, building training minutes. So yeah, we're in as a squad who we would like to have picked at the start of the comp. We've come through the first game all right.
Regardless of result of the weekend, I mean, how do this 2-match window was kind of like, I'll keep the squad as consistent as possible, or has it changed your mind? Are you thinking of making maybe more changes to the
No, I think we'd had the sort of four sort of camps coming into this, and there's a natural point of people coming back in. You know, Stacey Flood came back to fitness in good time and sort of made herself available to be picked for that first game. But yeah, we won't be moving and shaking too much. We've got a good training panel. The wider squad is competing hard, and people have been given an opportunity to compete their way in. Like I say, the beauty of where we've managed to get this group to over the last 18 months is that we can now tolerate work, we can tolerate playing big games against some fairly sizable athletic opposition, and the cost to us physically is touch wood fairly low cost at this point.
Justin, we just started there trying to.
Yeah, no, I will if I can. Scott, I know you said after the game you thought that was a game you really probably should have and could have won. With consideration a few days later, how do you look back on it now?
Yeah, great question. Do you know what hasn't changed too much? We've looked at sort of some of the performance aspects of what we did, and look, we get quite a lot wrong in the game, as do France. First game in Six Nations, come back in, it's the first time. You're testing yourselves against this kind of opposition, and there's bits that we're now just come in with higher standards of ourselves. So I said the first thing, 18 months, we've been sort of working towards physically being able to handle and put out, fire a few shots on our terms against this opposition. Now we think there's bits where, do you know what, we get to 70 minutes and we're in the game, we get that final score, and actually we do feel that we let an opportunity go. By that point, we've got momentum. You're coming back from behind, but the way the chips are falling, we are sort of rolling with momentum, and we let them off the hook. We put a short kick in, as we know, France bounce of the ball. It's try the season for us, or it got them back into our half. They pick up 3 points. Another kick battle hits the touchline, costs us 7 points. Suddenly it's a 10-point losing margin, and suddenly we're not getting a bonus point. And we're not in a game that we felt we could have kicked on. So, look, as a group, we haven't shied away from that. I love the honesty of the girls. They're prepared to meet the challenge. We've been able to say, do you know what? That's a game. In 6 months' time, we need to be going on and winning those games. So it's another layer to us. There's bits earlier in the game where we've left points out there. It kind of shows, you put yourself in a position that you need that last 10 minutes. Whereas I think we probably could have found ourselves in front. And that's what we've acknowledged as a group.
With Italy, lost last year almost cost you dearly. In the end, the way the table transpired, it didn't. What do you kind of see from them, their performance against England? And this is a side, even though it's away from home, this is a team and a side that would really, where you're at, be looking to win.
Well, look, you referenced last year. We had significant possession, more than significant territory, and we weren't able to sort of execute in that pressure end of the pitch. Now that was a year ago. That was a group that had come out of the Six Nations the year before. We we'd come in as a coaching group. We had a WXV, which is the tier 3 sort of global event, and probably hadn't experienced that level of competition. There was a massive belief bit. We said after the game, you lost a game that you should have won, and the previous Six Nations, they were losing games they didn't deserve to win. So there was a big performance step, but with almost with the hangover of not having the permission or the confidence to go on and do it. Now they're a group that think differently. We've had a WXV experience where we've come through some tough experiences, and rather going in with doubt, we now go in with belief. We're not going to be the finished product yet. We've got a fly half who's 21 and has got 20 caps to her name. So each one of those caps has got to be building layers of experience. What do I think about the Italians? I think they're better coached than they were. They have a strong sense of purpose, as in like cultural identity, what game they want to get out there. They've got a more structured version of themselves these days. It used to be quite fun watching them, as in anything could happen. Everybody had a right foot and a left foot, and we're going to try 3 trips each during the game. And now they've got a little bit more, not to say pragmatic, they've just got a little bit more personal and sensible with what they're trying to do. So we know we're expecting a strong box kick game. So if they're going to box kick to us, we don't, how many sort of structured box kick games do we face? So we've been preparing ourselves for that. If we get that right, it's a source of possession, and it's in the right areas of the pitch. So I'm expecting an incredible challenge from the Italians. We've historically had a good battle with them. Our aim, as ever, our challenge is to get our best game out there, and if we do, we'll be all right. But the Italians are certainly not going to roll over and make it easy for us.
Final quick question from me. 18 months on, it was referenced last week, that kind of journey and that roadmap, that plan that you've put in place. Where do you see, are you where you want to be, firstly, and secondly, what's pleased you most about the response from the group after you came in?
We came in and we made it a real thing to control the things that we can control. So our training, you heard me talk about training identity. We have some bits within training that we're really specific and really go after, and we compete them. And we're at a point now which we weren't in terms of squad depth. We're not perfect yet, but our depth is much more significant now. So if we're training, we've just come in after a compete session. Girls are able to gain experience within training that's harder, tougher, carries more weight or as much weight as a test match. So we're putting ourselves in the positions regularly enough that has started to translate to performances on pitch. I'm not saying we're going to be the complete neat and tidy version just yet, but you look at how we play New Zealand, and New Zealand come out and throw everything at us for 10 minutes, and we're able to handle it. And we come out and then we start getting our moments on the pitch, and then opposition start doubting themselves. So we want to get our moments on slightly earlier. I don't want to have to defend against Italy for the first 10 minutes like we did against France the other day. But as we sort of build this confidence in our own ability and the confidence in the game, it sort of shifts from awe to belief, and understanding that we've got the capability to give out to people. So combination of reasons, we're starting to shift that awe to belief. It'll probably be non-linear in terms of what that story looks like, but we back ourselves now to get more of our game out there and more opportunities than the opposition. And the second bit, well, playing against an Italian team, which away from home in a World Cup year, we've said it's really important that we've got to learn to win away from home. So playing group stages over in England next come the summer, this is going to be a really important part for us, being able to produce a performance away from Ireland. So great opportunity for us, and the squad have been competing hard to get that our best version out there.
Susanna, trying to claim one?
Yeah, obviously there were a few handling errors in the game on Saturday. There's been a few murmurings in the press that maybe the girls coming out of the Celtic Challenge maybe weren't as prepared for that high level as the French coming out of the Elite One. Do you think that had any impact on the performance of the game at all?
No, it's a fair point. There was 21 errors, 14 handling errors, which resulted in a turnover, which is more than the French had. Is the reality of it? We're going to get. We came in. There was a game, and we're trying to grow our game. So for us to fire shots against anybody, but World Cup contenders, we're going to need to be able to play more than just one out. The game is advancing significantly in terms of a brand and what have you. So there's a lag point in terms of what it looks like. Do we work on handling? Absolutely. We created opportunities. So from WXV1, I think we were joint bottom of table in terms of like line breaks. But now we've created six opportunities against France. They created 2. Are we at the point yet where we're clinical and excellent in finishing each and every one of those opportunities? No, but we're gonna commit to learning faster than anybody else. So it's something we work on. It's something we know we need to keep stressing. We're only going to get better.
And after the game, a lot of the girls were saying that those are maybe easy fixes to eliminate that. What has been the work-ons maybe this week to make sure they don't creep back in on Sunday?
Well, first of all, we've got a different style of defence, which will create different challenges. We're able to see that the Italians got the English under pressure. So we've kind of had to view it with 2 eyes, really. One being we're going to keep growing our game. One being what's appropriate for the challenge coming on the weekend. We've made good strides this week, this preparation week. We've got to keep backing ourselves and keep believing it. Keep shining a spotlight on it in training, and something we keep going after. Like I say in the previous comment, I think we're just going to keep getting better and better as we go through the competition.